yard now. Like 80.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here we go. Like 80!
54 miles. Let's go, D. Big series right now.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
21. Go ahead.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the run.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to get away. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Black 80.
So don't say no.
Jack 16. World. Bravo. Black at 3rd.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. It's Cooks. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. but that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go ahead.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Going with a screen for Murray. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the decision to go for it turns out to... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Za'Darius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. Hill shedding the tackle. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. To throw is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action. Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown. Cano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go. 180.
54 Mike. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right?
Second half starts with a run by Murray. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go with Murray again. A big run that time by Murray. 48 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now they'll run. Murray. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 120. Lock, lock, lock. Hey, come on, come on, come on.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20.
Root right.
Quarter, quarter.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. 58, right over there, right over there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
180.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike.
You gonna see me. Alert. Son, you gonna see me. Hey, Alpha.
58 to Mike. 58.
Black is on.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah.
And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Going deep for Walker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. These guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Houston, it's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 6!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now Garoppolo.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Look at the spin. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, now, black 20.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Black.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Mike Daniels picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's now third down.
The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Mike Daniels able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. That's caught right side by Anderson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 23. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
21. 21. Here we go.
Check 50. Check 50.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Left fire.
Blue down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
13.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Let's hear it, Texans fans, 'cause it's
The Jaguars on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So this will be a win for Jacksonville.